Hi, I wanted to do a quick informational video on Icelandic fleece. I've been wanting to for a very long time to work with an Icelandic fleece. I was fortunate enough to be given some, I think probably about 4 or 5 Icelandic fleeces. One of them was a lamb, an Icelandic lamb fleece, a bottle baby. And I did actually spin up a little bit of it. This is what it looked like. But what I wanted to talk to you about was characteristics of the fleece. The biggest characteristic is that it is a dual-coated fleece. And it has the outer coat, which is called the tog, and the inner coat, which is called the thel. The tog is a little bit coarser than the thel, so that would be used for like only outerwear, like think hats, sweaters that you might wear a shirt underneath, or mittens or something like that. The thel is much softer and it is much thicker and insulating. So the thel is what insulates the sheep and keeps them warm. Now, the Icelandic sheep have been around for a very long time. They're probably one of the older sheep breeds that are still in existence today. So, first let's look at a couple of the locks. So this is what it looks like sheared off of the sheep. You can see the little curly bits on the end, and then see how as you get to the bottom it's much thicker. So, now I haven't washed this yet. And originally I thought, oh, I'm going to have to wash it and then try to separate it. Well, I decided to play with it first and see if I could separate it this way, because it's not a very dirty fleece, and it's not, Icelandic fleece don't have the lanolin content that some of the other sheep breeds do, like Merino and Romney and so on. So what I do to separate is I puff out the cut end, so the end of the dual coat is on. Let's make this a little smaller. And then I hold on to the outer coat, which is the tog, and then I just pull. And this separates it. This way I can spin them separately. So this is the thel, which is the inner coat, and this is the tog, which is the outer coat. And if you were to feel it, which I don't know how many people do this, but I always do. I always feel the sheep fleece. You can feel the difference between the thel and the tog. The thel is much softer than the tog is. So I'll do one more. So I already separated this out. So you hold on to the tog and pull. And then there you go. It's pretty straightforward and simple. And then once you get enough, you can, at least what I did was I decided to card the thel into rolags, and then I'm going to comb the tog and spin it more of a worsted spin. I still haven't quite decided exactly what I'm going to use it for, but that's what we're going to try. But again, this is from a bottle baby sheep, Icelandic, and this is just the thel. And that's just my tag, so I don't forget what everything is. This one was from a blackish gray sheep, and I mean it's not like super soft. It's not merino or like Targi or BFL or anything like that. But it's, I mean, you could wear it easily as a sweater or mittens or hat or whatever. I don't know. You might be able to wear it as socks. It just depends on what your personal preferences are for softness. So what I want to do now is go ahead and card up a rolag of the thel, so you can see how that turns out. So I have my hand card, which it's an Ashford. It's fine. The TPI is fine. So originally I thought that would be good enough for cotton. It's not. But this works great on the thel, and I actually have some bison I'm working on too, and it worked great for that. So we're going to put our hand card here and go ahead and distribute some of the thel on there. And we'll make a rolag out of this. And it's, well, here's a little side note. My kids always said they looked like little wool sausages. So very rarely at home do I refer to them as rolags. I'll tell my kids I'm making wool sausages. That it is what it is. It's just a family thing. So I have my carder loaded, and you gently go across. And what you're doing is actually aligning the fibers, even though in the end they don't stay aligned. So then I switch hands. Some people will keep transferring it back to the same one and always keep the same one in the same hand. I don't. It's just how I do it. I get it all onto one carder and then switch hands. And once you feel like it's pretty decent, which is probably pretty good. This is so fine it doesn't take much to card it out. So there you go. It's all nicely carded. And then I always put the handle between my legs, lift up just a little bit. I'm not a professional. I do what works for me. And then I just kind of roll it down and then roll it tightly against the tines of the hand card. And then once I get it to the end, I kind of roll it in my lap a little, make sure it's going to keep its form. And there you go. There's one rolag of Icelandic sheep thel, or a wool sausage, as my kids would say. So there we go. And I will, once I get this all done, I'll post a video of how it turned out.